Well, if it's happened to you, you know an auto accident, even a minor one, can cause painful injuries.
Dr. Christopher Miller is our expert on woodtv.com for treating back and neck pain.
And he's here with us today to talk about how he helps people involved in accidents. And Dr. Miller, it's interesting because you think about those really major accidents where maybe somebody's hospitalized or they have, some significant serious injuries that are very evident. But some of those low-speed accidents, especially if you get hit from the back, maybe little property damage, can still really cause a lot of injury.
Well, you're exactly right, and that's a big misconception that I just want to clarify with your viewers, because you don't even need to have damage occur to the vehicle, and it can cause problems in your own body with your spine. And even under 5 miles per hour, you can have significant damage or permanent impairments that could affect you the rest of the life.
Wow, here we are, we're coming up. You wouldn't know it by this week, but we are coming up on the winter weather in the next few months. You see a lot more accidents just because of the conditions and the way that people drive. And so is it important that people, get those treatments that they need? I mean, what are they coming in for when they come into your office?
Really important. The common ailments are whiplash, is what most people think of, which is a quick snapping of the head and neck, and that can cause significant damage, leading to headaches, maybe blurred vision. You might have radicular symptoms down the arms, sprains or strains of your muscles or ligaments, and maybe even disc injuries. And just because you didn't go to the hospital, or if you went to the hospital and they said there's no fractures, doesn't mean that there's not a problem. And my office is set up to really locate these areas of injury and document it well, and help the patient out quite quickly so they can get out of pain and really not just get relief instantly or right after the accident, but long term as well.
And it's important for people to understand too that our auto insurance often will pay for those treatments. You don't need to suffer because you maybe don't think, I don't have great health insurance, because when you pay your automobile insurance, it's part of your coverage.
Right, with no fault auto insurance in Michigan, it's going to cover any care that they need. There's about a year window that they have to get involved within a year after the accident. So the best time is right away after the accident, because it's going to be a lot easier to get the problem taken care of. But if you wait around and you're just kind of still having symptoms that are bothering you, and it's within a year, it will be picked up by your auto insurance.
I've been to your office, and I know that you're able to treat people with the help of some of the state-of-the-art equipment you have, and one of them is Spine Force. For people that come to you with auto-related injuries, how does that machine help make them start feeling better?
Well, it's a great way to do rehab, and we call it 3D rehab. Most sort of exercises or rehab is linear, which means you just kind of move in one movement, then you do another movement. This does all the movements at the same time, so it can cut that exercise time down quite significantly. People that just don't like to exercise, but it's important to get that done to heal, they can cut that exercise time down and actually have a fun time doing it.
And you're strengthening at the same time, so you're really helping to get your body back in shape, or maybe even in better shape than it was before.
Yeah, it helps stretch and strengthen the entire body, and it's the only rehab machine that will work all 180 deep core spinal muscles, which is important for spine and back problems.
Absolutely. And then the DRX 9000, tell people about the benefits of that, because this is a machine that's unique to your practice.
Well, in the past, if people have some sort of disc injury, which might be herniated or bulging or ruptured discs or degenerative disc disease, or maybe they've been told they have sciatica or spinal stenosis, in the past they would have to resort to drugs, surgery, or maybe injections. And now we're able to correct many of these problems that I just mentioned without any invasive procedures. And the DRX 9000 is a great way to actually draw this disc material back in off of the nerves and rehydrate these discs to make them thicker and moist again, so they can absorb shock and just healthier in the way they're meant to be in the first place.
I've been involved in car accidents myself. My husband was involved in one when he was young, and still swears that some of the pain that he feels is from that. I mean, how often do you hear that people maybe didn't get something or a treatment done, and then years later they're still suffering?
Well, it's very, very common, and even if you did wait past a year, we can still help them, and other insurances will help pay for that. But like I said earlier, it's very important. If you're in an accident, you think maybe something's not quite right, don't just ignore that. Call my office, and we'll get that examination done and do x-rays or MRI, whatever is needed to get a proper diagnosis and document everything properly so that the insurance companies will pay and they get the care that they need.
And you have a great special that you're offering today to our 8 West viewers. You want to tell us about that?
Well, I thought since we're in a new location here, we'd offer a new deal for your viewers. So
Sounds great.
We got an 8 West special. So the first 10 callers that call my office, we're going to do that initial examination for free. With auto, their insurance will pay for that anyway. But if they have any of these problems, they're not going to have to worry about paying for that first visit. We'll do that for free, and that's for the first 10 callers.
And that's
really
great. Maybe it'll take some of that hesitation out for some people, and they can get right to feeling better because...
I hope so. We're ready to go.
The number there, 827-7139. And remember, call again if the lines are busy, and that's for the first 10 callers. Well, Dr. Miller, I just appreciate the fact that you're our expert here on 8 West and at woodtv.com. I have learned so much about back and neck pain, and the thing I've discovered the most is that people who are suffering, you don't have to suffer anymore because this guy's a miracle worker, literally.
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, we've heard it from your patients before, too, so there's nothing that beats that. So thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
Are you West?